You're invited to a very Cravings open house. This holiday, I'm making a bunch of treats for an open house. There's going to be something for everyone. Today on Cravings Food Adventures, we're making marzipan. I've made marzipan many times on this channel. I've done Easter eggs, I've covered Battenberg cakes with it. Today I'm actually going to show you how we make marzipan during the holiday season. The marzipan recipe is exactly the same. I make a no-cook version, as in it is cooked, but it's only cooked in the microwave just for a few seconds. And it's then rolled like a dough and it's put into little forms. This is a must at any holiday Christmas table, and I make this marzipan every single year. Before I go any further with this recipe, do make sure you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And be sure to check out all of the other links. I have tons of videos in this series. Make sure to check them out. I'm going to leave that link at the end of this video. Now let's get started. I'm going to start with 100 grams. That's about 3.5 ounces of ground almonds, or almond meal as it's called, and I'm going to add this to my food processor. I'm going to follow this with 200 grams, that's roughly 7 ounces of icing sugar. I'm also going to add 2 egg whites. Now I'm using extra large eggs, so you will need about 40 to 50 ml of egg white. I'm going to add half now, and I will add the other half later. I'm also going to add a few drops of almond essence. This will give the marzipan a distinct marzipan-y aroma. Cover this and let the food processor do all the work. Many like to just knead this by hand. I find that the food processor works the almond and icing sugar together, so the almond meal releases all of its oil into the icing sugar and the egg just holds everything together. Now I'm going to add the other half of the egg white and I'm going to keep processing. My absolute fave is to use raw cashew nuts instead of almonds, as it's much tastier. If they're on sale, I will always pick them up over the almond meal. Cashews don't come in a meal form, so if you want to use cashew nuts, just buy the cashew bits and process this first with the icing sugar. Cashew nuts have more oil than almonds, so you may need to adjust the icing sugar. If I'm covering cakes, I always use almonds, as the results are always flawless. Now look at this consistency. It's literally already a dough. I'm going to turn this out onto a microwave-safe platter, and I'm just going to give this a quick knead. Cover this with cling film and zap in the microwave for about 10 seconds, about 3 times. I'm going to remove this and allow it to cool. In the meantime, I'm going to organize my food colors and my molds. These rubber molds are available in India. Some of these were passed down to me from my aunts. Although not the traditional type, Amazon sells many silicone molds for fondant and chocolate making. You can use those to make these marzipans. I plan to use 3 colors this year, so I'm just going to divide the marzipan into 3. Next, I'm going to pick a color and I'm going to add a little bit with a toothpick, and I'm going to knead this color in. I'm going to do the same for the other 2 colors. If you're making a much larger batch of marzipan, You can also add a single color at the food processor stage and then just make as many batches of single color marzipan that you need. As you work, cover the marzipan with cling film so it doesn't dry out. For best results, I'm going to sprinkle my mold with a little bit of icing sugar, and I'm going to grab a little piece of that marzipan and press it into the mold. This particular mold has a lot of fruit shapes, so I'm going to use the green for the leafy parts. And then I'm just going to finish off with either the pink or the orange marzipan. I like to work with a few at a time and then flip them over and stretch the mold to release. Look how cute these are. I have many more to make, so I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to experiment with a few more shapes. Once done, I'm going to allow these to air dry for about 30 minutes, and then I like to store them very carefully in an airtight container with parchment paper in between. Enjoy! Thank you so much for joining me in Kravings Adventures. I hope you enjoyed this delicious recipe for marzipan. Once you make it this way, trust me, you're not going to be stirring this over a hot stove anymore. Do make sure you subscribe to my channel, guys. Share my channel as well as my videos with your family and friends. And ring the bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And don't forget, I am running a giveaway on my channel till the end of the year. This includes a box full of my favorite ingredients, including a Kravings apron and a mug. So all you need to do is comment on any video with the hashtag Kravings and you will be entered automatically for your chance to win. All of the details are in the description. And follow me behind the scenes on all of my social channels. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Until I see you next time, do take care. Bye.